I'm secure enough in my masculinity to think, probably a good-looking dude.
And would it also be like a bear, or would it be like a dolphin or something? I mean,
a dolphin. If he were to subdue a dolphin shirtless, that would probably
send a very different message.
Yeah, infuriate people because everyone loves dolphins.
Okay, well, I mean, like, what is his perfect imagery? Like, what? I always think that, because obviously he'd be making friends with the dolphin or something, because that's his thing. He'd be creating policies where they can coexist with one another.
Which I don't think the world has a problem with. I think we already coexist with dolphins pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, they taste great.
Yeah, chicken of the sea.
That's right.
But
eat the dolphins.
I think that's the problem with our president, and
he likes dolphins.
No,
I don't want to get into that, but
he always wants to talk instead of. I don't want to say like he needs to take action, but I think there are times when he should take action that he doesn't. He's just we can talk. Yeah. We can trust the Koreans, or we can we can trust the South Koreans, not the North Koreans. Or we can trust the Iranians. We can talk ISIS out of whatever they're doing. And it's kind of like, no, there's just times when you need to either not get involved or beat the shit out of someone.
Well, then, I mean, remember, for those of us listening, me and Tip were raised in Texas, please. But not complete Texas, we were raised in El Paso.
Yeah.
But, I mean, so then what is his imagery that says what we want America to be, to say? I mean, is it him? Because, you don't want to be the brute like Vladimir over there. But then you don't want to be a wimp like, I don't know, what, France? Sorry, France.
Actually, I was very impressed with France after they got that Paris attack.
Oh.
No, I'm trying to be nice.
Go on.
Just the way they handled it.
Yeah, they were united. They
were united.
Very tragic
situation. That president they have, he really stepped it up and was like, "Hey, we're gonna go after these guys."
Yeah.
And they did. And I'm impressed by that. That they're like, hey, usually they're the pancake eating surrender monkeys that we know and love them to be.
Oh, that sounds so terrible.
But at that moment they knew, hey, we can't just appease. We have to do something. The survival of our citizens' way of life is at stake.
Understood.
And in America, it's, well, we can't do that because we might offend somebody.
Well, I mean, I don't know. That's the thing, though, is that, okay, so the middle ground between what we used to be thinking of France and then also now Russia. What's that middle ground? What's that in between? Is it like a bull, maybe?
No, I would say, I don't know if a lot of people will know what I'm talking about, but I would say the Rhodesian Ridgeback.
The what?
Rhodesian Ridgeback.
Okay, what's that?
It's a dog that was bred to hunt lions in Africa by the Dutch.
Oh, no.
And it's strong, it's loyal, but at the same time, it's not going to go and, do something stupid. It's smart, and it was made to take care of its people. So, I would say that's the in-between. Or I could be ultra-patriotic and be like the bold eagle.
I would argue that the image that the America needs to have is like Chuck Norris. I think that would be a brilliant example of not only the sternness that we have, but also the levity as a country that we're trying to demonstrate by not taking ourselves too seriously.
I could see that. I could see that.
Chuck Norris is a national symbol.
I think Bill Murray makes a better symbol.
I don't think Bill Murray would want to be a national symbol. I think he would.
I don't think so either, and I think that's what would make him the perfect symbol for America.
He'd find it tedious.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you know what? I'll do this white escort thing, but I ain't gonna be the nation symbol.
Yeah. And I think that's what makes Bill Murray awesome, and I think that's what would make America awesome is, hey, let's just focus on ourselves and do things that we think are cool. Let's not focus on what other people think. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, and then that's true. That's true. Just kind of like do your own thing and don't really care about. He has this quote. I'm not sure if it's him because we live in an age where anybody quotes anything with anyone. But where it says, you know, life is short, so for God's sake, just be happy.
Yeah.
I like that is the best advice to give.
And
anyone.
he uses words that Pat didn't use there.
Yeah, well,
They have 4 letters.
I understand. I mean, I think it conveys the point.
Yeah, but you're right, and I think that's very much what we need as society in general. Not just, oh, I gotta do what's good for
America.
For America. Or
Yeah.
what's good for, I can't think of the word. There's a word I really want, but it's just not happening for me.
Is it like
Selfish. Think selfishly. Instead of what's good for me, what makes me look good. Because, I mean, there's lots of stuff that makes people look good, but at the same time makes them miserable. Like, they do it just because everyone else is doing it. And I think more people need to just realize, hey, just do you.
Yeah. I mean, you only get one life, and you only get one you.
Yeah.
I can see where, you know, and you know, I'm glad you brought that up because that's actually a good point. I remember, you know, growing up, there was always this kind of standard of what you had to be when you got older. It was like, after you get a girlfriend, and then after you become a man, you need to let go of the cartoons and can't play video games anymore, and you'll never find a girl if you still like the video games. It's like, that is absolutely not true at all.
Well, it all depends on your experience, because, I mean, Patrick and Johnny and Chase and Dan, they've all found girls, and they like video games.
I don't think it's that they like video games, they just don't care. They're like, well, are you happy playing video games? Yes.
No, I'm talking about you guys.
Oh, well, yeah, there you go.
And Tip, who also likes playing video. The jury's out.
See, I don't think you need to find someone that likes video games, though. That's on.
No, I'm not looking for someone that likes video games. God forbid, I don't want someone involved in my video game playing. Who do you think I am? This is my safe space.
Aww.
This is where I'm a superhero. Quite literally in some cases.
This is where we talk quietly and everyone's not judged.
There he is. Let's get him.
But like, how did we always get on the topic of relationships and I fail at it?
No, I was just talking about how, you know, there's like these weird social standards that's totally different.
And it's something
I'm here playing
that has,
Ghostbusters, talking about. Okay, go on.
Yeah, it's something that's progressed in society. Where I remember growing up, and now my dad gets an email every time I read whatever prize was from an ML Major League Gaming event, or an esports event, because my dad always used to tell me, "You'll never make money playing video games." So now I send him stuff where the top prize is like $250,000. It's like, look, Dad, if you would have just let me practice like I wanted to for hours on end. But it's just society has changed, and it's in the process of changing. Whether it be for the better or for worse, it's changing.
Yeah.
And people are afraid of change, and that's the problem.
And it's ironic because, I mean, this whole country was based off of the idea that you can make a living doing anything that you love.
Yeah.
And now that it's happening, people are like, wait a minute.
Like, that's the one thing that I hated most. I disagree the most with my aunt on is I believe in redemption and being able to make something out of yourself no matter what you do. And one thing I told her is I will never in my life beg for work. Like, I will find ways to get by.
Almost there.
Whether it be robbing a bank or... I'm just kidding. But, like...
I mean, they got pretty good healthcare in the jail system now, so I mean, it's not so bad.
But, like, if I were to lose my job now... And her point was me begging to go back to the company I was with prior to the one I'm with now. And if I were to lose this job, I would not call my prior employer and be like, hey, can I have a job?
Good to go.
I mean, if there was one that interested me, I'd apply, but I wouldn't beg.
Well, I mean, I think that is also kind of like situational, because like, if it were just if it's just you, then yeah, you can do whatever. It doesn't really matter. But like, if you had a wife and kids, you'd be like, man, I'll do whatever.
And you know what? That's what they like. I wouldn't mind. Like right now, if I had to work at a fast food place to make ends meet, I would.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna sit there and sell myself short. I'm not gonna tell them, hey, you know, I'm begging for this job. Because once I do that and I show them that I'm reliant on them, they'll take advantage. And I won't get a raise or... And I think that's the difference between me and some of the people I currently work with, is I go through my day, if I get fired, oh well, I figure something out.
Right.
They go through the day, if they get fired, it's the end of the world, so the company has something on them. Their bosses have something on them. My boss has to figure something else out on... Like, she can't motivate me through fear. She has to really motivate me. I don't know if all that makes sense.
No, I get it. But, again, you know, the point I'm just trying to make is that we live in a world where I think people can, as long as they're responsible about it, I'm not saying quit, you know, the job is providing for you, but people have, you know, an opportunity to really pursue what makes them happy. But so many people are so wrapped up in what they should be doing or how it should look to someone else that kind of forget that, you know, screw it. Just, you know, be happy as long as you're not hurting anybody and you're able to survive and
it's
fulfilling
like,
your obligations. Who cares?
It's like we sit here and we're becoming afraid of mistakes, afraid of trying something we want to do. And here you and I are, we're a part of 2 podcasts, this Let's Play. We've got other projects going.
There you go.
And, I mean, not everything works out. I would like for us to get the millions of views that, let's say, the Fine Brothers get.
Well, no, they're not getting as many anymore.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying. I would like to be in that position where YouTube could be my job.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
And it's not yet. That doesn't mean I give up because I've been working at it for so many years and it's just hasn't paid off for me yet. It just means that, hey, we haven't caught on yet. We haven't hit our stride.
Well, and not only that, but also, I mean, like, I think there's not really, like, a lot of, you know, money necessarily in YouTube because, number one, the market's so oversaturated at this point. You really have to have some sort of niche. And the other half of it is you just have to enjoy entertaining people. Like me, if there wasn't YouTube, I'd probably be making something on, you know, another website that was just entertaining.
Pornhub.
No, not that creative. I mean, I'd be like, if they go on an intergalactic adventure, then maybe I might consider it. But
I've got a couple of options for you there. One's called Star Wars.
Okay. Okay.
But no, I'm not saying like make a whole lot of money on YouTube, but like selling merchandise, like just really expressing your brand.
Yeah, just, you know.
And I mean, if it's something you love, why not do it?
Exactly.
And we're not getting shit for this. I mean, a lot of people would look at what we're doing and be like, "Oh, you're just wasting time." But I enjoy it, so it's not wasting time.
Exactly.
This way.
I'm having fun.
I would tell them I am absolutely wasting time, but I'm freaking happy. So there you go.
I'll be in the office watching over a list.
I think time that you enjoy is never time wasted.
There you go. There you go.
So, you can put some quotation marks around that and a dash by my name.
There you go. Okay, now I'm starting to see where, yeah, this game would have a very high production budget. There's no way it would quite exist in that realm.
Yeah, and if it was to be a movie, it would have to be like Star Wars or Lord of the Rings,
Probably goes without saying.
where I'm not saying 2 hours pop,
Well, that is.
but it couldn't just be one.